Hey everybody, you're watching We the Fandom, where we discuss comic books, pop culture, and the fandom experience. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more content. How's it going everybody? Jacob here at We the Fandom, and in today's video, I will be reviewing episode 2 of the Book of Boba Fett, titled The Streets of Mos Espa. Now if my voice sounds a little nasally, it's because I've been a little under the weather this week, but I will try to make it through this video. Now in the third episode of Boba Fett, he finally gets around to being a crime lord and actually ruling his territory. He finally gets down to business, and a lot of things happen in a short amount of time, as this was a very short episode. Disney still hasn't quite gotten the hang of pacing with their Disney Plus series. That, and they're wanting to turn what would be a 2-hour movie into a 6 or 8 episode series so that they'll fill an entire year with their content. So this episode starts right off with a watermonger, who is someone who brokers for the moisture farmers in Tatooine, who outright tells Boba that nobody respects him, which of course flies in the face of his whole ruling by respect instead of fear bit. And this watermonger comes to him to petition that he stop a group of criminals who are all souped up with droid parts, basically making them cyborgs, who are stealing his water. Now Boba meets these thugs and finds out that they're basically a street gang of either teenagers or at least young adults who claim that they don't make enough money and that the watermonger charges too much. Now, without getting into the politics of the situation, I would put forward the question, if there aren't enough jobs, why didn't they use the money that they used to get droid parts surgically attached to them to buy a ticket off-world to a planet that's more prosperous? Boba Fett decides to hire these guys instead of punishing them, which isn't a bad compromise, but the watermonger definitely isn't happy with it. On the other side of things, we get a little bit more of the flashbacks to when Boba was leaving the Tusken Raiders, who, when he was trying to broker a deal for them with the Pikes, whose train they commandeered in the last episode, after he returned from that meeting, the Tuskens had been killed by the Nitko biker gang, some of whom he took out in the last episode. Now, Boba wakes up from his flashbacks in the bacta tank to be attacked by Black Chrysanthemum, who is breaking Boba's back when the street gang that he hired steps in to save him. Now, Black Chrysanthemum, being the hoss that he is, demolishes the gang, as well as the Gamorrean guards, yet was somehow stupid enough to end up standing over the trapdoor to the Rancor pit, which Fennec Shand activates. Now, with very coincidental timing, the Hutt twins show up to apologize, and they bring him a new Rancor as a gift. Now, this isn't just a Rancor, it's a Rancor being brought over by Danny Trejo, whose character's name I don't actually know. But Danny Trejo's character is going to be teaching Boba how to ride the Rancor. And immediately, I was very suspicious of this gift. I figured that as soon as Boba Fett got close to it, that it would try to thrash him. And I'm still not convinced that it's as docile as they want us to think. Now, the Hutts also tell Boba that he should get off world, as the area is already promised to another syndicate by the mayor of Mos Espa. They also tell him he can keep or sell Black Chrysanthemum, and Boba lets him go, which is pretty disappointing. I was hoping for a much cooler fight between the two. He also could have at least thrown him into the Rancor pit again, now that they have a Rancor. This whole scene, while initially catching my interest, now makes me think that this was the writer's way of writing the twins and Black Chrysanthemum out of the series to set the Pikes up as the villains. Now, as much as I don't trust that the Rancor is an innocent gift, I doubly don't trust that the twins are just giving up their claim to Mos Espa. Rival syndicate or no, their attitude isn't really believable if you know anything about the Hutts. Though with what happened to Black Chrysanthemum, it made sense. This wasn't the first time that Black Chrysanthemum has disappointed the Hutts. He actually failed them at least one other time when he was tasked to kill Obi-Wan Kenobi when Obi-Wan was helping moisture farmers evade the taxes that Jabba was imposing. So after learning about the treachery of the mayor, they decide to pay him a visit, bringing the Power Rangers with them, but he isn't there, leading to a chase through the streets, and when they catch the mayor's majordomo, he informs them that the mayor is indeed working with the Pikes, who, if you'll remember, is the syndicate that was supposed to pay tribute to the Tusken Raiders. They also showed up a few times during the Star Wars The Clone Wars series as a big part of the criminal underworld. Now, I'll definitely be disappointed if this is the last we see of the Hutts and Black Chrysanthemum, as the Pikes don't seem that interesting to me as villains. I am glad to see that we're done with Tusken Raiders, as the flashbacks with them were easily the most boring part of the show for me. Then again, the other half of this show is giving us a watered-down Boba Fett, aka your friendly neighborhood crime lord. I'm going to keep calling him that because that's basically what he is. He went from Galaxy's most feared bounty hunter to the domesticated champion of the people. Really, I don't know how Robert Rodriguez went from giving us that badass scene in The Mandalorian to this. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a new video. I'll see you all next time. Bye.